It's too good, it's too right. So something must be wrong. It's a bubble that's gonna break. It's Murphy's Law. But I ain't gonna waste time with the negative. You know that I'm throwing away my lucky charms. I'm gonna think positive. You're the only luck I need, and that's for sure. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of fate and not ask for more. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law.
Nino can still buy a ticket. Be there with you, Stuart.
I'm quite capable of unveiling my new line without the assistance of a pants presser.
But Nino's been in design school for 6 months.
Have you checked the suicide rate among the instructors?
You haven't even looked at my sketches.
Just because Loverboy is talented between the sheets doesn't mean he can design for the House of Stuart.
I wish you'd reconsider. I really do.
Tend to the business end of this enterprise, Paula. Leave the artistic side to someone who knows the difference between a spaghetti strap and spaghetti bolognese.
Thank you.
Just remember, he brought this on himself.
Air traffic controller Johnson.
There's a bomb on flight 692 set to detonate below an altitude of 1,000 feet. If I remember my geography, Los Angeles is 286 feet. Happy landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to unexpected turbulence over Los Angeles, we are being rerouted to Denver. We hope this doesn't cause any inconvenience.
Denver? We certainly won't land in Denver.
Sir, please.
You don't understand. I'm taking Biodome. It's an experimental drug for my heart.
Well, I'm sure that's fascinating, sir, but...
It won't function at that altitude. I'll die if we land in Denver.
How'd they take him?
Great. Except for this one guy. Says he's taking some new heart medicine. Says the altitude in Denver will kill him.
There's always one troublemaker.
If there really is a bomb set to go off below 1,000 feet, Denver's our only shot. It's 5,000 plus. You've got 278 other passengers to think of.
Not to mention your crew.
It's your call, Captain.
Go back. Give him a complimentary drink.
You don't understand. I'll die if I go out there.
Think of the other passengers. There might be a bomb on board. See? All that whining and complaining, and you're perfectly fine.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
are my socks?
After last night, I could think of 1,000 ways to open this conversation. Now I have 1,001.
I didn't mean that. Last night was wonderful. Beautiful. Almost beyond human experience. Only while we were sleeping, somebody broke in and hid my things.
Actually, somebody got up early this morning and tried to make order out of chaos.
Well, maybe it didn't look like it, but I knew exactly where everything was. Ah!
Yeah, on the floor. Hello? Arnold Epstein?
My lawyer.
Since when do you have a lawyer?
He's going to get me visitation rights to my daughter. Hey, Arnold, how's it going? How soon do I get to see my kid? Bounced. My check bounced. I understand a retainer is a sacred bond between attorney and client, but well, can't you at least file a motion or something till I make it good? No, Arnold, I don't want you to get in Dutch with your partners. Faith may move mountains, but it'll take a certified check to budge Arnold Epstein.
How much do you need?
Don't worry, I'll straighten this out. As soon as I find socks that match!
Take the wrong bus this morning?
Can't be payday already.
And his socks don't match.
After all I've done for First Fidelity, this is how you repay me. Stab me in the back, shoot me in the foot.
What are you talking about?
You stopped payment on my expense check. I'm laying rubber all over town, and my lawyer won't handle my case.
Case? You haven't been arrested for drunk driving again?
Wes.
Oh, I know. You haven't touched a bottle for 8 months or been behind a steering wheel, but what's with the lawyer?
Wes, why'd you do it? You want to see me beg? All right, I'm begging. And if the office were any bigger, I'd be crawling.
If you'd bother to come in once in a while, you'd know that we've got a new vice president. Been here 3 weeks clearing out the dead wood. Don't these empty desks say something to you? But you're lucky. You're lucky. If I hadn't done a lot of fast talking and a lot of lying, you'd be out on your ear.
We'll see about that.
You need an appointment to go in there.
What do you got open?
Tomorrow. That's, 4?
I'll take it.
Where are you going?
Now I have an appointment. Say, fella, I got a bone to pick with you.
Really?
You the plant lady?
I've been known to snip a few limp vines.
Taplinger. H. Taplinger?
Please don't tell me you work here.
Of course I worked here. I've worked here for 3 years. Deadless Patrick Murphy.
The drunk.
Alcoholic.
What's the difference?
Drunks don't have to go to all those meetings. Now listen, Ms. Taplinger. You stopped payment on my expense check, and I have to tell you, it came at a very inconvenient time.
Good. I was hoping to get your attention, perhaps persuade you to drop by the office.
Well, now that I'm here, I'd like you to unstop it.
Mr. Murphy, these are your expense reports for the last 3 months, and this is your caseload. Pay the $2. Signed D.P. Murphy.
I like to keep things concise.
You treat this office like a bus station restroom. The only time you use it is when you need relief. In your case, monetary relief.
That's not true. I'm a good investigator, a damn good investigator, and over the years I've saved First Fidelity a pile of dough.
Well, if you wish to continue here, you will act like every other employee, which means you will occupy a desk.
Well, what do I need a desk for? I'm in the field all the time.
The better to see you, Mr. Murphy. To know you are putting in a solid 8 hours. To watch you work on more than one case at a time. And to have you file reports on the proper forms. In short, to keep you off the unemployment line.
I accept the offer. Now, when do I get my money?
When this stack equals this stack.
Well, now, I better get cracking.
Oh, one more thing, Mr. Murphy. Since you represent First Fidelity wherever you go, I suggest you invest in a new wardrobe. One that reflects our dignified, substantial, successful image. That's not beyond you, is it, Mr. Murphy?
You want successful? Stay tuned. Give me some cases.
What?
Cases. I want cases, as many as you have.
This isn't a Burger King. You don't just order 1 arson and 2 robberies and 1 stolen car to go.
Wes, that broad's got a pair of clippers aimed at the most vulnerable part of my anatomy, my wallet. Now be a pal and help me out. Only start me off easy. Something open and shut. I got a lot on my mind.
Open and shut. Uh-huh.
I'll be back for more. Paula Barrows, D.P. Murphy, First Fidelity Insurance.
Oh, Mr. Murphy, come in.
I'm here about the partnership policy on Stuart Graff. Pretty open and shut. Poor guy's heart medicine conks out on him because he can't take the altitude.
He tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen. I'm contemplating a lawsuit against the airline, especially since there wasn't even a bomb on that plane.
Did he have a wife, kids?
Stuart was gay.
Gay as in cheerful or? Hey, if you just put your John Hancock right there, you should have the check in no time.
Hey, Paula, come take a peek.
Nina Zacchetti, Mr. Murphy from the insurance company.
How are you?
Mr. Murphy. Terrible tragedy.
Nina was Stuart's protege. They had some wonderful plans together. Now we'll have to carry on alone.
But we'll always have Stuart to thank.
Yes. Stuart's given us so much.
Well, I'll see you with the check.
Any problems?
Smooth as silk.
Good Lord.
What kind of pornography is this?
It's a perfume ad.
Yeah, what's he doing? Giving it the taste test? There are laws against this sort of thing, you know. And as for you, I'll see if I can get you off of the suspended sentence.
I'm sorry, Jerry. We'll be back in a sec.
His socks don't match.
Are you drunk? Deranged?
Gimme. Blankets don't cover people like that.
This is the first high-fashion booking I've ever had.
Any closer and he'd be seeing the world through your eyes.
I'll never be able to show my face again.
If that's all you were showing, I wouldn't be acting this way.
Why is it every time I get a job, there you are, mucking it up?
Can I help it if I hate to see you being exploited?
I thought things would be different after we'd gone to bed. I thought you'd change. No, you're still the same jealous jerk you've always been. You treat me like some floozy.
Floozy?
You know what I mean.
Round heels.
Bimbo?
Slut.
All right. This isn't a sing-along. I'm sorry. I don't know what gets into me.
You need professional help.
Actually, I need some money. Say 500.
Whatever you did, I'll be lucky to have car fare home.
I can scrape by on 250.
Can we try it again? And this time, Derek, get a little closer.
Okay, let's set it up again. Where are you?
I had a few errands to run.
Taplinger is breathing fire.
Wes, you wouldn't have some loose cash lying around, would you?
How loose?
200-300?
What now? One card to an inside straight, a sure thing in the fifth, some fortune teller that's got all the lottery numbers.
One of Taplinger's conditions for my keeping my job is a new wardrobe.
Well, if I skip dinner, I can let you have $4.32.
Terrific. I can get one sock.
What am I going to tell Taplinger?
Tell her I took a late lunch.
I already told her you took an early lunch.
Tell her I have a tapeworm. Just borrowing against the future.
Oh, Mr. Murphy? You're a man of your word.
I am?
You brought the check?
Actually, no.
Then, why are you here?
A few loose ends to tie up.
What kind of loose ends?
Nothing for you to worry about.
Mr. Murphy, I get the feeling that you're not being completely candid.
Well, I am curious about one thing. You and Nino, the two of you are
Lovers?
Right. How does that work?
You mean physically?
No, I'm pretty clear on that part. I mean, the difference in age.
Does my relationship with Nino have anything to do with the claim?
Not at all. You see, I have this friend who's involved with the younger woman. And, well, he's not quite sure how to handle the age difference.
What exactly are you asking?
Aren't you afraid that Nino will find someone his own age attractive? Especially being surrounded by all these beautiful young models all the time. You know how models are.
Tramps.
Bimbos.
Sluts.
Round heels.
Mr. Murphy, now, we could go on and on all day. What's your point?
Don't you ever get jealous?
If a relationship is built on trust, then petty jealousy doesn't come into it. And if it has a solid foundation of more than merely sex, then it transcends age.
Good to know.
But that only comes from shared experiences, mutual interests, a true desire to be with one another in or out of bed.
Shared experiences. Thanks, Miss Barrows. You've really helped my friend.
Nino?
What do you think?
Too much taffeta.
Let me see the check.
He didn't bring it.
What was he doing here?
Asking about our relationship.
You don't think he suspects something?
Oh, don't panic, Nino. It's a childish trait.
If Murphy screws this up...
He won't. And if he does suspect something, he'll be long gone before he can do anything about it. Oh, and Nina.
Yeah.
Hands above the bodies.
Murphy, you're ruining the picture. I told you I needed the loft tonight.
When did you tell me that?
It's 2 weeks ago, so you could plan your evening.
2 weeks? How do you expect me to remember that? Who are they?
Investment syndicate. You know, shopping malls, office buildings.
You own shopping malls?
We own a piece of a lot of things. I'm a model, Murph. A little mileage and I'm an ex-model. I'm just trying to build a nest egg for the future.
Yeah, but do you have to start construction tonight? We got plans.
We do?
We're going to the ballet tonight.
I got a room full of people here. You know, I hate to have things sprung on me.
Kimmy, I'm trying to share experiences, develop mutual interests.
Well, then ask me first. Don't just waltz in here and tell me what to do. That's not how you share experiences. And for your information, I hate the ballet.
Yeah? Well, in the words of Richard Nixon, pardon me. Soft centers.
My favorite.
Hope I'm not breaking anything up.
Do you have the check?
Afraid not. But I do have 2 ducats to the ballet tonight. My friend's way of saying thanks for trying to help him. He can't go.
What's the hang-up?
He had a fight with his girlfriend.
With the check?
Oh, no hang-up. Just gotta dot a few I's, cross a few T's, and then you'll get exactly what's coming to you.
Will you join us?
Oh, that stuff's poison to me, but maybe some club soda, not too much ice.
Nino, darling, would you?
Darling, do you know where the good glasses are?
Oh, excuse me.
3 visits in 1 day? He knows something. That's why he offered us those tickets, so we can get us out of here and snoop around.
What could he possibly find?
Great unit! Got more controls than a 747. Record. Playback. What's this doohickey?
I forgot your club soda. Nino, would you help me with the ice? He's toying with us.
How could someone who dresses so badly be so clever?
We have got to find out what he knows and who he's told. Mr. Murphy, I was just thinking. Nino has to go over some sketches, and as you and I seem to be relatively free this evening, I was wondering if you might like to take me to the ballet.
Sure, why not?
Oh, well, I'll fix my face.
I'm glad we have this moment alone.
Why's that?
Something's been nagging at me since I met you 2.
Yeah?
I mean, Miss Barrows seems terrific. But don't you ever want to be with someone your own age? Someone who likes rap music, funky dancing?
Truth? Yeah. Sometimes I just want to cut loose. Grab one of those cute little models and boogie all night. You know how models are.
Tramps, bimbos, round heels.
Are you ready? I'll see you later, swine.
Hi, what time is intermission?
Where are they now?
Still on the lake.
Well?
He hasn't even approved the claim. Run it up.
Would you like some Mr. Bubble?
Our friend is going to have a little accident.
You mean we're gonna kill him?
Well, it's not simply a question of money anymore. He could put us behind bars for an irritatingly long time.
But this isn't like Stewart. This is so hands-on.
With your doe eyes, darling, you'll be prison's perennial homecoming queen. Now do it. Nino's asleep, poor dear.
Well, in that case, maybe I better be going.
Try some lemon chicken. It's quite good cold.
Maybe just a bite. I haven't had dinner.
Dip it in the dill.
The dill.
Here's your club soda. A little ice.
Really hit the spot. Now I gotta get going.
Oh, stay a while longer, please. Sit down. Oh, it's so good to be with a mature man for a change.
What about you and Nino?
Oh, those young ones, they're so unformed. Like silly putty. Youth is no substitute for experience.
Maybe now's a good time to tell you. My friend, the one with the younger woman, it's me. I'm my friend. So I gotta get, see if I can patch things up. I don't know why I'm so tired. I had a good rest and swim.
Nino? Take him to the bathroom.
tell me I fell off the wagon.
Salt? What are you putting salt in the water for?
Because there's salt in the ocean, dear heart. And after we drown Mr. Murphy, we're going to put him in the trunk of your car, take him to the ferry, and drop him overboard. The salt water in his lungs will confirm that he drowned in the ocean. And the autopsy, if there is one, will simply show that he was taking cold medicine. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to the insurance company with this claim form and tell them that he made an appointment with me to get a check. I will, of course, be shocked to hear that his body was washed ashore the previous night. Up.
Sayonara, Mr. Murphy.
Hold his head down.
I heard what you said.
About what?
Silly putty?
Oh, and I heard what you said.
About what?
About boogieing all night. You're just using me to get your designs produced.
And you're just using me like some kind of boy toy.
You...
Who's that?
Oh, maybe it's some cute little model. I want to be Murphy. Give me that. You can't come in here. Now that you are in here, what do you want?
The Japanese part of me said, save face. But the Italian part of me said, he's your man. Fight for him. What, him too? Oh, it's bad enough with you, but I'm not. Murphy? The first sign of trouble between us, and you'll wind up in the arms of another. What's going on here?
Mr. Murphy said that he wanted to freshen up before he drove home. I just thought he wanted to put water on his face.
Yeah, well, you know Murphy. He never does anything halfway. I think everyone's frolicked enough for one night.
Do you think he suspects us?
Of course he suspects us, you idiot. We tried to kill him.
I mean, do you think he suspects we tried to kill him?
We'll know the next time we try.
Did you really say you wanted to freshen up before you drove home?
Why would I say that?
Well, that's a good question, since you don't have a driver's license.
Right.
Or a car, for that matter. Hey, what went on in there, huh?
Oh, 1 minute I was having club soda with Paul, and the next minute I was deep-sea diving. Hey, I think they tried to kill me. What a relief. For a while there, I thought I got plastered and fell into the tub.
It's beautiful. Is it fast?
Very quick. As a matter of fact, the guy didn't know what to think. When Mulholland does 4 curves.
While others describe luxury car performance with words like terminal velocity and lateral G-force,
Like it's on rails.
owners of the Acura Legend Coupe tend to be a little less technical.
It's a blast.
Next time you get heartburn, consider yourself lucky, because now Rolaids comes in assorted fruit flavors, still calcium-rich, sodium-free, and as effective as ever. Assorted flavored Rolaids. Relief never tasted so good.
If they could see me now out on a fun-ship cruise. You know, last year nearly 500,000 people took vacations on Carnival. On your next vacation, take a 3, 4, or 7-day cruise on Carnival, the most popular cruise line in the world.
Discover a land like nothing you've imagined. A land of adventure, fun, friendship, and an unforgettable dinosaur named Littlefoot. When George Lucas and Steven Spielberg present a Don Bluth film, The Land Before Time. Then come to JCPenney, where you and your children can find your very own Littlefoot and all his dinosaur friends, clothes, and much more. Only at the Land Before Time shop.
Yep, yep, yep.
The biggest premieres yet are coming Tuesday.
Mr. Addison.
Dave and Maddie are back together.
Am I on the right show?
And Moonlighting's back on track.
Pump harder!
I'm pumping as hard as I can!
No, Brokeback, you can pump harder when you want to.
Then, has your secretary got you down? And your dog put you out?
Brendel had a little accident.
Don't despair. There's hope. And Michael. The whole gang is back for the season premiere of 30-something after the season premiere of Moonlighting.
I'm telling you, Murph, that's why they tried to kill you. They think you suspect something.
What's to suspect? The guy's heart gave out. Ah!
Oh, some boxes came for you.
God bless plastic.
Aren't you the least bit concerned that you were almost murdered tonight?
Right now, I'm more concerned with your opinion of this.
I hope it's stripped dry. What if they called in the bomb threat? Paula and Harold the hunk.
Oh, no, they couldn't trace the call. Besides, the guy's voice was electronically altered. The doohickey.
Is that a technical term?
No, Paula had this custom stereo with a flick of the switch. You could alter the sound, distort it.
Oh, you got him, Murph. It's nice going.
Well, I don't have anyone, not without proof.
Well, they think you're onto them, right? So they'll have to try to kill you again. And when they do, that should be proof enough.
You mean set myself up?
Yeah, give them enough rope.
And they'll hang me with it.
Now you're getting in the spirit.
Top of the morning, Wes.
I don't care how good you look. It's time we had a serious talk about our working relationship.
Why?
Why? Because I risked my job and risked my pension to cover for you, and you don't care.
Of course I care. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude.
I realize you and my father go way back, and he gave you your first job in the insurance business, and when you met me, I was in short pants.
I've read that part, Wes. Turn the page.
I realize it's difficult to separate the man from the boy, but you still think of me as some little
fat kid?
Yes. Yes, the one crying in the playground, the one you had to rescue from all those older boys who kept beating him up. But damn it, I'm your boss now.
I know that.
Well, you don't show that.
What do you want from me?
Respect.
You have my respect. You have my undying respect. Now shut up and listen.
That's what I mean. To you, I'm just a little
fat kid?
Yes.
Well, that's because you act like a little fat kid. Not all the time, but enough.
I know what they say about me behind my back. They say that I just got this job because of my father's connections.
Wes, you're good. You're really good. You're one of the best in the business. First Fidelity should get down on its corporate knees to have you.
Thank you, Murphy. Thank you for saying that.
Now, how would you like to save the company $2 million? That partnership policy on Stuart Graff?
They did him in for it.
Can you prove that?
Just dial this number and leave that message, and the proof will come to me. Go ahead. Show them they were wrong about you. Get tough. Assert yourself.
Yes, Mr. Harden. What can I do for you?
According to Mr. Murphy's appointment ledger, he was scheduled to see you this morning.
Yes?
I'm afraid he won't be able to make it. He's home in bed nursing a cold. Your illness really affected her.
I want 2 cops in that loft. One in the closet, one in the bathroom. That Nino's a real stalker, and I'm not going to be buried in this suit.
Mr. Murphy, Miss Taplinger would like to see you.
Now?
Now.
I know I haven't been around much, but
Over here.
don't you ever sit in that thing?
I see you took my advice. There may be hope for you yet, Mr. Murphy.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
You know, a man like you interests me. In a professional way, of course. For instance, do you have any desire to climb the corporate ladder?
I've always wanted to rise in the world.
A good executive really gets into his subject. Demonstrates he's a tireless performer. Shows his willingness to go that extra inch. Does that apply to you, Mr. Murphy?
Well, depends on the subject. Now, if you'll excuse me, Miss Taplinger.
Harriet.
I'm really snowed under. Harriet.
That means you'll be here late. As it happens, so will I. Why don't you drop by around 7? It'll give me a chance to examine your qualifications firsthand.
7 tonight? I have this terrible cold. Matter of fact, I was just going home to make myself a cup of hot tea and jump into a nice warm chair.
On second thought, maybe you don't have the equipment to be an executive.
I'm going to be taking my work home with me, so although I'm not physically at first fidelity, What are you doing here?
Did you know you left the elevator unlocked?
I thought you were out exposing yourself to the masses.
Shoes were wrong. I forgot to bring my own pair.
I took your suggestion. That's going to be Paula and Nino comes to do the deed. Not a peep. What are you doing here?
I came to apologize. I don't want you to think I'd ever use my position to sexually harass a fellow worker. But in truth, I'm strangely attracted to you, Mr. Murphy. Or maybe it's the suit.
You're my new boss at the insurance company, and I can't afford to get you angry at me.
Thank you for sharing that.
I wasn't going to say anything until after it was all wrapped up, but this I'm going to say for fidelity, a bundle.
Oh.
Not a peep.
Oh. Oh.
What are you doing here? And where are the police?
They aren't interested in a bunch of suppositions about a possible homicide committed in another city. I'm sorry, Murph, I let you down, but don't worry. I'll be your man in the closet.
Too late. Better go back to the office.
It's all right. I saw Harriet the Horrible slither out.
I heard that.
Who said that?
We'll discuss this in my office.
Ah! Oh, Miss Taplinger, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. It was a token of deep affection and deep, deep respect. You can grumble later.
I gotta get a bigger place. Oh, not a peep.
Oh. Mr. Murphy, I heard you were under the weather. I thought these might cheer you up. Oh, feverish, too. Well, stay in bed, take lots of liquids, and get plenty of rest.
That's it?
I just wanted to make sure that you were all right.
I know why you came. Because I'm on to the fact that you and Nino murdered Stuart Graff.
You're not only feverish, you're delirious, too.
I know all about that taped bomb threat and the machine it was made on.
Oh, I doubt that. Since Nino and I had absolutely nothing to do with Stuart's unfortunate demise.
Some plan.
Some suspect.
Some crowd.
5 o'clock sharp, Hartley.
Hardened.
It's a good try, Murph.
Sorry to spoil your surprise, Murphy.
How did you know?
Nino waited until you and your friend left your apartment. I wanted to make certain there was nothing about the case here.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
In due time. Remember, we want to make it slow and agonizing. When Hardin called, I knew you were trying to be clever again. So I instructed Nino to stay put. But before I could join him, there was this parade of people entering your loft.
I can't help it if I'm popular.
I hope they all come to your funeral. You are going to expire when 90% of all household accidents occur. In the bathroom.
You already tried that once. I had a witness.
And I had 3 who heard me calmly and rationally deny any part in Stuart's death. I merely expressed interest in your safety and well-being.
You're next.
Apart from anything else, you deserve to die for what you've done to Nino and me. Before you came into our lives, we were excruciatingly happy.
Now she's a suspicious nag.
And he's a 2-timing twerp.
Obviously, you don't have a sound foundation of shared experience.
Do it.
Wait a minute. What do you know? The stalker's got a glass jaw.
You can't prove anything. It's your word against ours.
Oh, no, it's not. It's your word against you.
I'm glad we could share this experience. Discover this mutual interest.
Good to be back on track.
I guess we both expected too much. Once we went to bed, everything would change instantly. All those annoying habits would magically disappear.
Hard work, this relationship stuff.
But worth it.
Hey, Kimmy. Those new clothes I got.
Dynamite, that's right.
You put them away for me, and I really appreciate that. Only, where are my socks?
Missing pooch.
Nice doggy.
To investigate the sinking of a shipping boat full of mackerel?
you're going to pay off on a stolen necklace worth $125,000.
You saw a cheap excuse to invade my home.
Ain't no place to go but up.
You're fired.
Tomorrow, the story of humanity's search for a more intimate spiritual life is traced in the moving family special, I Ask for Wonder, Experiencing God. Wednesday, Kevin takes a part in the school play so he can impress his teacher on whom he has a crush, Anna Wonder Years. Then the new season's a smash. Don't miss John Ritter as Hooperman, after a TV reporter gets more than she bargains for out in the field on China Beach. Now stay tuned for Police Story, next.